Right now we're working for the Colorado Rockies, famous baseball team in downtown Colorado. In fact, you guys can see Coors Field here right next to us. This is one of the bigger projects going on in all of Denver right now. It's the biggest downtown. It's 3 total towers. We have a hotel, a residence, and an office tower. Right now we're standing on the pool deck between the hotel behind me and the private residence over here. These are 13-story buildings. This pool deck will be shared between the two. Below us is the fitness center and the yoga room that will also be shared by the hotel and the residence. Again, this is one of the coolest ones that we'll get to work on. Be able to show the community for years the work we've done out here. Bring your family, something to be really proud of. It's going to last a long time. Guys, unfortunately, through these times, we're not able to bring you out to do a field tour like we would love to. Get you to see the actual project, get some hands on, meet some of our trade partners we work with, and get to see some of the cool things we do at Encore. For instance, you can see some of our plumbers, mechanical guys working in the background. They're laying all these red hoses. That's what's going to feed the hot tub in the pool behind us here, as well as the bar areas will be on these 2 walls. You can already see a lot of Encore's roughing. I'm pretty proud of how we rough things in. You can see the artistry behind it. It's not just pipes and the wires.
Awesome. And what's that? Keep going. What's that roughing? Point it out. What's it look like?
So you want to go this way? So in these early stages of the project, one of the most important things Encore does is our early roughing. What we mean by roughing is getting all of our conduits ran, all of our boxes set, starting to bring our wires up to terminate so the actual devices that are going to go in this wall can be installed.
Perfect. Excellent. That's good. Do we want to just film in here?
Hop in here real quick. Yeah. We don't have to go too far to get some unfinished rooms.
Yep. Cool.
Alright, so this is a typical setup you're going to see in a residence, which is what we're in here. This is one of the custom residences. This is a 2-section load center. So for this unit, we have enough load capacity and enough circuit breaker spaces. We needed 2 separate panels. So you'll see these are fed through across from this portion of the panels. These are the branch circuits that will get terminated onto these circuit breakers, and we'll wrap this panel up for final inspection. Alright guys, so this would be a typical rough-in stage for us at Encore. Here you're seeing mostly plumbing, but this is kind of what it's going to be at a typical stage when we start calling in our rough-in inspections, which allow us to push forward. Then you'll see the rock, you'll start to see some of the trim out stuff. So for us, same thing as kind of the rough-in on the pool deck. We've got our studs, the plumbers here have everything roughed in where they need it. They'll have a plumbing inspection along with our rough-in electrical inspection. At that point, we'll be able to sheetrock some walls and start installing some devices and trim.
And rock is?
Sheetrock. I guess, yeah, I should speak more layman's.
No, it's okay. That's just it. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about the device?
Just that one. Alright, there's one down there. Alright, so for electrical rough-in, this is a pretty basic box rough. These are going to be for above floor receptacles, about 18 inches is your standard height. You can see we've got our ground wire already in there. The box is installed on the stud. We'll move forward from there. We'll run our conduits and then we'll call in our rough inspection. An electrical room inside the residence here. This is actually the electrical room that's going to feed most of the equipment in the fitness center and the yoga room. So, got 2 different panels here. These will feed back to the main panels, where you're going to see all your conduit piping out, and then they'll hit our risers, which will go down to our main electric rooms downstairs. Most of everything in these panels is feeding lighting, equipment such as treadmills, stair climbers, all that kind of stuff. So, we've got all our branch coming into our circuit breakers here. Again, you can see that being fed into other rooms from there. Alright guys, so this is on the other side of that electrical room we just looked at to kind of give you an idea of where this stuff runs to. For instance, what I'm holding, this is going to be for speakers and security. Out here we've got some box rough in, as you've seen before. That's going to be to plug in equipment and run a TV that's going to be on this wall. We've also got some plumbing rough in as well.
Excellent. And then let's walk over here. Let's get a view of what we got to begin the project. What are we looking down on?
Okay. Good. So looking out the window from the fitness center here on the right is going to be our hotel. Towards the left over there is actually the office building. We are standing in the private residence and we are looking down on the plaza. So we have our main plaza here. You have this grassy berm area that'll be for seating. Now over here to your far left, between the office and the residence on this large canopy will be a large TV screen. They'll play games and all kinds of stuff on the TV. There will be several bars in the plaza area, so this will be a great place for families to hang out, watch the game, grab a burger. The wine coupe walkway, which is where you're seeing this crane operate now, will be fully open and fully functional by March of next year, and that's going to be a really great place to catch the games and hang out with some friends too. Okay, you guys have seen the wall rough by now, so wanted to give you an idea of what the ceiling rough looks like. It's the same idea. We haven't quite installed any boxes or fixtures quite yet, but now that the grid has been dropped, the grid ceiling you see here, these metal trails running everywhere, we'll be able to drop our fixtures in, run our whips to the box above them. We'll have those inspected, and that'll give HP, in this case, our general contractor, permission to go ahead and drop the rest of the ceiling, and we'll close out the space. All right, so this would usually be the stage right after we complete our rough-in inspections. After we do the rough-in inspection, the city inspector gives us permission to do the sheetrock, put in the rest of our stuff like your mechanical equipment you see over there, finish all the windows, all that stuff, flooring. At this point, we'll come in, we will install all of our device trim, anything from receptacles to lighting. At that point, we'll be pretty close to being ready to call in a final inspection. We'll just be waiting on our trade partners to complete their scopes. So here is another room kind of in our between rough-in and trim-out stages. This is one of the nice rooms, got a really nice view on it, bathroom there. And this would be what they would consider a suite for this hotel. Again, Coors Field right there. And if it wasn't for all the smoke with the fires, you'd be able to see most of the Rocky Mountains to that direction. So this unit has a really nice view. This would be the other bedroom here. They've got some carpet beginning to be laid. We still have all of our film on the windows. It's pretty indicative of a trim out stage of a unit. All right, so here is what would be coming pretty much right after our trim out stage. This room is essentially ready for final. We just need one last coat of paint. You can see all of our devices on the wall have been trimmed out. They're all flush with the wall. Plumbing fixtures are in. Shower stall's in. Toilet is in. Just a final touch of paint and some cleanup, and we'll be ready to call in a final on this unit. All right, here we are on the 9th floor corridor. One of the more exciting parts of the project is when we're finally able to start energizing some panels and get some electricity fed to some stuff. So you're going to see some of our wall sconce fixtures are on. Some of our down lights in the hall are on. We're not quite trimmed out, but that's kind of the stage we're in here. Also, you're going to start seeing flooring is laid, finishes on the walls are done. Starting to see mechanical equipment being buttoned up. This would be kind of the stage we would be in between final and trim out.
Awesome.
All the furniture kind of matches that.
Yep. There we go.
Wow.
You can open the door and just kind of like stick the camera out.
Alright, so we're on the 8th floor now. This is the Purple Mountain Majesty floor for the Rockies. This whole floor is going to be mostly a black and purple color scheme to match the Colorado Rockies. It's the same paint code that they use for the Rockies purple. The 8th floor is significant because this is the 5,200 feet level right here.
Different color.
Yeah, that's significant. Looks nice.
So this would be really close to a finished stage for us. This is close to the final project Encore is hoping for. This is a fully trimmed out and finaled room. We're about to call in final inspections for this. So the electrical inspector will show up. He'll want to test all of our outlets. If we have any equipment in here, such as a mini fridge, things like that, he'll want to test that those are fully operational and get enough power. But this is ultimately the goal that we're striving for here.